Good morning, Keith at Crypto Bullseye, and this is an update video on Cardano. Everybody's happy. The crypto bubbles are all green on the day, so it's time for the next move. And what we looked at in Cardano was a preparation video from how far we were expecting this thing to pull back, and we used two tools in our toolbox, hypothetically understanding that if it pulled back to this area, we could project extensions before this move had even happened. Guess what? That's exactly what happened. So we're on the 4-hour chart. This is the smaller time frame, and the two key areas that we were talking about was the 200 4-hour moving average and the 61.8% retracement. So we understood that 38.2, that was going to be a key area. That was significant. That was 89 cents. And once we dropped 89 cents, that was going to be rejection. We were expecting to go back down and test either the 200 4-hour moving average or the 61.8% retracement. And that was going to create the zone, the buy zone, as far as I'm concerned anyway. But I just want you to understand exactly why we use these Fibonacci tools. So we went from the swing low for the retracement. This is the yellow count from the swing low all the way to the swing high. And then we come back down, and this was the first support base, 89. So 89 was a support base, and look how this acted as support, support, support. Once you drop a key support, what happens? That becomes resistance. These are just Fibonacci numbers, guys. It's a 38.2% retracement. What happens once you break through? Support. So you reject your support, you reject your support. But the key thing is once we rejected here, this gives us an indication. And this would give us an indication. We were overbought at this level. We needed to pull back at this level. We understood we needed to pull back. Where did we need to pull back to? We needed to pull back to this buy zone. Now, what did we do in the previous video that indicated that we were going to come back to this level? We hypothetically put in a trend-based fib extension. So we didn't know that this move had been completed, but we predicted that this move was going to be completed here. Now, where did I put this? Here. Where did price stop? Here. Exactly to the T. How did I know that, guys? Because of Fibonacci numbers. We got rejected at this point. We expected to come back down to this level. We expected to get a bounce from this level. We expected a volume bounce at this level. And guess what? We regained the 38.2. We regained the 89-cent level. And now we're trying to break trend. So now we can look at projections. We got the retracement. We nailed the retracement. We'd expected this trend-based fib extension. And I put this on in the previous video from the swing low to the swing high to pull back all the way to this level. And then we can look for, like I say, it's a trend-based fib extension. We look for extensions. So the first extension, we talked about it, $1.15. So you've got $1.15. Now, that is your equal measured move. Expect an extension of at least a 1272. The 1272, once we break this previous high here at $1.01, $1 is a psychological round number. We've been banging on the door of $1. You keep banging on the ceiling, keep banging on the ceiling, and then you're going to break the ceiling. So $1.27, sorry, the 1272, $1.25. I'm expecting to hit the 1272 at least, but you've got the 1618 up here. This is the important thing, because if we can manage to kiss the 1618, that means that we've taken out the 38.2. So the 1618 sat at $1.36. And what I'd expect if we got a reaction from this is just to get pushed back in, so it allows us enough momentum to be able to coil up as far as the indicators are concerned, to come back down and to be able to break through the $1.32. Now, I know that I'm a broken record with this, but we have been following the Cardano chart for years now. This has been years in the making, this chart. So we'll zoom out and we'll have a quick look at the emotions that we've been through together within the Cardano chart. So we've been through all these emotions: anxiety, denial, panic, anger, depression, disbelief, hope. And then we're looking for optimism. Then we're looking for belief. Then we're looking for thrill. And then we're looking for euphoria as we start projecting new all-time highs for Cardano. So $1.31, we said that was the big reaction point. That was the December 2024 high where we expected a rejection, because that was the 38.2% retracement, another key Fibonacci level. But this is on the macro. This is the higher time frame. This is going back to the 2021 all-time high. So we got a reaction from that. We've been downwards, downwards, downwards in a downtrend all year until we've broken this trend. We took back, this is the daily now, took back the 200 daily moving average. Now, like I say, we're looking for projections. So it's not just magic. It's not just guessing where these areas is. There's a method in the madness, guys. And you need to understand that these Fibonacci retracement numbers, wherever you go, they're going to be sticking points. Let's do it here. They're going to be sticking points. So look at this. So you put a fib, you've got a rejection here. You've put in a high, you're coming back down. You've got a 38.2. Zoom in a bit. You've got a reaction from the 38.2 is support. You've got support, support comes through. That's then resistance. And you can see no matter where you put the swings, no matter where you put the swings, you're getting reactions at these key levels. So Fibonacci numbers help us future predict exactly how far a swing is going to be. When you know exactly how far a swing is going to be, then you can put your projection on there, understanding that it's likely to get a bounce from that level. If it gets a bounce from that level, you can look for extensions before the retracements even happened. So if you did find that complicated, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a training session. Someone in the Discord group asked me earlier on if I could do one-to-one. Now, I'm not going to do one-to-one where I pay you guys. I will do free training sessions with you guys with tutorial, educational content. I'm not going to ever give you calls. But one thing that I said this morning to Onar is you go back, and this is on the playlist, and go on my homepage. This is on the playlist. You'll see the Bullseye strategy, and it's got an 8-part series, which has got a step-by-step rule-based system built into it. Why is that important? Because it allows for one thing. It allows for you to understand exactly what needs to happen before the next thing can happen, before the next thing can happen. And once all 8 things are all met, then you can take the trade. And if you take the trade, guess what? One thing it allows you to do is go and understand exactly how profitable that thing is before you even put it into practice. Now, what do I mean by that? So back testing, back testing, back testing. This is the key to success. And this is something that people don't talk about. Now, to do back testing, you need one thing. You need a strategy that is rule-based. What happens if you haven't got a strategy that's rule-based? It means that you can't trade like a robot. You haven't got a system. But more importantly, it means that each scenario is different. And if each scenario is different, how can you test something that's random? You need to test something that's structured, that has rules built into it. So I'm offering you this. All you need to do is go onto my homepage, go into playlists, watch the full Bullseye strategy, get in the Discord group, and then we'll have a session based on that where I'll be training you guys and it'll be live as well. So that's about it for now. I'm going to be doing some content actually on X later on today, guys, because X is easy to upload. I can't keep smashing out videos all the time on YouTube. I tell you something, it's a slog. Doing a video is bad enough, but uploading the video is an even worse process because it takes bloody ages. So I'm going to be doing some content exclusively on X. My X account's at Bullseye for Crypto. You've got the Discord group, link in the description below. That's where I'm going to be doing the Zoom sessions. That's where I'll be doing some live tutorials. And then, of course, don't forget, subscribe to the channel. How many subscribers? 10,364. Guys, do you reckon it's too optimistic to get to 20,000 by the end of the year? Drop in the comments what you think. It's took me 3.5 years to get to 10,364. Is that too optimistic? I've got like 4 or 5 months. We've got a ballroom. We've got an alt season to come. Are we going to get some more retail? Is that going to build my subscribers? So, like I say, I'm going to be dropping what I like. I'm going to be looking at follow-on videos from what we've previously done because the previous videos were all about preparation. Preparation's over now. We've had a bounce. It's all about playing the next move. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification, and follow me on my other socials. See you guys in the next one.